Hey, Rick Back here. I've been speaking with a lot of clients and they've asked me, what do I do? What's my day like? How do I go about doing what I do? Well, how I start my days actually starts the night before. So, what I do is I make a list of my goal achieving activities that I want to do the very next day. And I make that list out the night before. Usually it's about 3 to 6 goal achieving activities I want to work on the following day. Now, goal achieving activity is something that I want to work on that is going to bring me closer to my goal. Remember, we talked about goals and finding a goal. And every day that goal is a little bit different. And the steps I needed to take towards that goal are a little different. So each night I make that list and I think about the things I want to achieve that very next day. As I'm writing them out, I'm starting to think about their completion. And it starts to get in my mind the things I need to do. It allows me to sleep on it, allows my subconscious mind to go to work at night while I'm resting and sleeping on what it is I need to achieve and how I need to achieve it. That night, I'm also doing my affirmations. I have the Think Up app. If you don't have that, get it. It's a great app. You can record affirmations for the day. Anything that you're looking for. For me, it's program statements, it's affirmations, it's things that I'm going to achieve or the vision that I have. So I listen to that. Once I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is I go through those affirmations once again. Before my feet hit the ground, I'm already in listening to the things that I need to put my mind at the right frame in the morning. Then what I do is I get up at that point and I write out my affirmations. I usually write them out 2 or 3 times in a row. And then I get up and I start acting towards the things that are on that list. And I do them one at a time. I'll take the first thing on my list and I'll start to work towards its completion for the day, for whatever it takes. If it takes me an hour, it takes me all day, I will work on that one thing. But I will work on that goal achieving activity until either A, I finish it, B, I can't go any further within that day. And at that time, I take that goal achieving activity and I put it on my very first thing for the very next day to start to finish. And then I go through the next one. And the important part about that goal achieving activity worksheet that I'm working on that day is I'm working on each one at a time until it's finished. That's how I start my day. And I get through my day the same way. Also, in the morning, what I'll do is I'll do a bit of gratitude work. Now, the gratitude work that I do is I'll make a list of the things that I'm grateful for in my life. Now, when I first started making that list, it wasn't quite big and it had a few things on it. But as I start to realize the gratitude and the things that I'm thankful for in my life, that list grew. And I want you to make that list of everything and anything that you're grateful for. And it could be as simple as getting up in the morning. It could be as simple as the job that you have. It could be as simple as the place you live. It could be getting up in the air you breathe, the beauty of the day, anything to get you in the mindset of gratitude. Remember that gratitude is one of those emotions that when you have it, you can't feel any other negative emotion. Gratitude is such a high vibration that you can't hold another low vibration at the same time. So getting in gratitude is a really important part of my day. I also do that at the end of the evening as well. The two sides of it for me are when I get up and when I go to bed at the time when my mind is still and it's quiet. And occasionally during the middle of the day, I'll also do the same thing. Start to remember the things I'm grateful for because it puts me in the right mindset for the day and the things that I have. Remember, as we're on the vibration of the things that we want, those things are also working towards us at the same time. So trying to stay on the vibration of that higher energy, that higher level of vibration is so important during the day. It's very easy to get distracted by things during the day, or if things don't go right, or things just plain go sideways. But understand the law of polarity tells us very clearly that if there's one side, there's a polar opposite, right? There's a good, there's a bad, there's an up to a down. Okay, when things go sideways, there's another side of that. So during the day, when I'm working towards a goal, or I'm starting to feel fear of things that are coming from the paradigm, I remember that there's another side to that. I remember that Yes, I understand. I acknowledge that fear, but on the other side of that fear is also what I'm looking for. So it's starting to stay aligned with all of that and being very clear of my intention during the day. So that also brings us to being aware, right? So at that point, we are always being aware of our thoughts and understanding where those thoughts are coming from. We talk about the paradigm and we talk about that voice in our head and where the paradigm lives, which is in our subconscious mind, which is an automated set of programs. So when we hear that lack and we hear that doubt and we hear that fear, understand it's coming from an automated program that's in our mind that just wants us to be comfortable. Well, we know, as our studies tell us, that there is no growth in comfort. We have to get out of our comfort zone. So remember, we talked about our higher faculties, and that one higher faculty is our intuition, that voice in our head that's not that paradigm. That's that first voice that comes up when you're ready to act or do something. And it's usually within the first 15, maybe 30 seconds that guides you, that tells you, that inspires you, that may put something in your path that helps you get to your goal. That's the connection to all that is, the infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it. That's the thing you want to listen to. So be aware of that voice first, because if you take action from that inspiration, you will be able to go to the next step and keep on that vibration of the thing you're looking for. But once 15 to 30 seconds hit, if you don't act, that voice in that paradigm is going to kick in again, and it's going to start to tell you things that it wants you to hear. It's going to tell you, we don't got to do that today. We could just sit back. There's always tomorrow. You got other things to do, all of those. So when you can start to differentiate between the two, amazing things can happen. So within my day, I'm always being aware of my conscious thoughts, being aware of the words I use. It's all really important. So my day starts and ends the same way, but during the middle of the day, I try to stay conscious to my conscious thoughts and being aware of the things that I need to do. You know, when we talked about the intuition and inspiration, and as we're going towards our goal and our goal is coming towards us, the amazing serendipities of life happen. Those are when the coincidences happen, seemingly coincidences. The things that all of a sudden we just are in the right place at the right time. Those things happen. But if you're not aware of them, very easily to just miss them and go by. You know, if you're using this to create a better job, if you're using this to create more wealth in your life, improve your relationships, or even find a relationship, all of the things that you're doing as you're on the vibration of what you want are coming to you. The opportunities and the doors open. We always must be aware of that. So that's really a general idea of how my day goes. But the important thing is, as you're learning these things and as you're becoming aware of these techniques and these things that will work in your life if you use them, on a daily basis, you begin to practice them and make them a part of your daily life. That's kind of how it starts for me. That's how my day goes. So listen, if you have any other questions or comments, drop them down below. I'll be happy to speak with you about those or anything. My goal here is to give you the information, to arm you with the knowledge, to become the better version of yourself, and for you to achieve everything you're looking to achieve. Hey, have the best day yet.